let's not talk about that. Okay. Alright guys, here's my answer. So finally got around to it. I'm sorry, I know you guys had to wait like an extra week, but that's my fault. It's just really bad timing and stuff like that. So this is gonna be the video for those questions that I posted on how to on questions to ask a hot chick, baby. So yeah. So anyways, the first question that we got was how do I get out of the friend zone? All right, now I'm gonna give the guy's perspective, but I want to see what her perspective is first. Have you been in the friend zone before?
Yeah.
Okay, it sucked, didn't it?
Mhm.
Okay, and how did you get out of it?
Um. Basically,
She talks really softly.
you, I don't know. You have to like take a risk and see where your relationship's at with that person. Like if you're too good of friends, then it probably won't work. But if not, if there's something there, then you'll just go from there. But you just have to take a risk and I don't know, see where your relationship's at.
Well said. I actually did not know that. Okay, that kind of lets me in her mind a little bit. Absolutely. From a guy's perspective, you have to have the balls to do it. And honestly, she's right. If you guys are way too valuable friends, if you guys have been like friends for like what 3, 4, 5, 6 years, something like that, you
Yeah.
guys probably have a way better friendship than you will have a relationship because you guys, sure you know everything, but it's just gonna be really weird.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Cause they'll know everything about like their exes.
yeah, because you're that friend they confided in, so you're gonna know
Yeah.
what they're thinking already, the stuff you're not supposed to know. So yeah.
Yeah.
So how to get out of the friend zone? Assess where you're at. Figure out whether or not you want to be out of the friend zone. Assess whether or not it's worth the risk. Because sometimes, I know it's happened to me before. I will talk to someone and they were my friend before, and then I'll try to tell them that I'd like to get to know them better, more intimately, and things just die from there. Like literally, no
Yeah.
talking, no texting,
It
no
gets
nothing.
awkward
Just
after that.
it's awkward for the first two times, and then usually they decide whether or not they want to talk to you anymore, because then they realize you have feelings for them. So
Mhm.
you gotta assess where you're at, evaluate the risks, take that chance. I mean, honestly, it's better than not knowing. And even if you don't, at least talk to the person. Be like, listen, I've known you for a while. I've come to know you. You're pretty cool. I think you're pretty chill. I think we get along pretty well. So I was just wondering if you'd like to go on a date with me. Just start off like that. But please, for the love of God, be romantic. It's romance helps a lot, especially, and chivalry too. Open doors.
But
For
don't
the
be
love of God.
tacky.
Yes, don't be tacky. If you have to, practice on your mom or something. And by that I mean opening doors, not the other shit. Because that's just weird. That's just weird. So, question one, how to get out of the friend zone? There you go. Alright. Now, our other one came from a subscriber of mine. And she gave me quite a few questions. And I actually had to look up some of these because I had no clue what she was talking about.
So did I.
So, we looked up what shipping was. And I was literally retarded. I literally thought shipping as in boxes and sending shit out and stuff like that. I'm retarded. I'm sorry. Can't help it. All right. So she asked us what kind of shipping is your favorite? What kind do you like? I'm old school. I like more of like the traditional stuff. I showed I showed Sarah, and she actually said I explained everything to her, and it took a while because there's a lot of characters and a lot of yeah story and stuff. So what we came up with was puzzle shipping, Yami and Yugi, but not in a sexual way, just like strictly friends. Blind shipping, Atem and Yugi. Polar shipping, Joey and Mai. This is honestly my favorite because in the original anime, Joey helps Mai out, and this is just the way it is. Mai's the strong, uh, independent, strong-willed woman, where she doesn't want any help from any guys ever, but she does accept it, and I don't know. Honestly, I'm more a fan of Joey and Mai than like Mai and I think it was Talon or something like that in the later series. But yeah, that's just what I thought. Peach shipping. Again, one of my favorites from the very beginning. If you watch season 0, you know what I'm talking about. You understand how it starts. And it's Taya and Yugi. Revolution shipping, and that's Yami, Yugi, and Taya. Now that I'm thinking about it, Taya and Little Yugi probably wouldn't work because that's. Yeah. No, probably not. But Yama Yugi totally. He's a pimp, especially like towards the end of the Yu-Gi-Oh series, the original, not the 5Ds, GX, or Zexal. Alright, so those are the shippings: Puzzle, Blind, Polar, Peach, and Revolution. And she actually asked Pokemon or Digimon. She doesn't know what Digimon is. She's young. Not gonna hold that against her. But I love Digimon. To me, Pokemon was like it's more unrealistic because it's an alternate world, whereas Yu-Gi-Oh is slightly more realistic because it's technology, same as Digimon, technology. Um, but yeah, I say Digimon. She says Pokemon because of Pikachu because he's so cute. She likes cute stuff. She's a girl. You can't hold that against her. Um, okay, and then she said, I'm trying to think of what question 4 was. I have the answer, just not the questions.
Just say the answer.
Okay, so